Hey guys, how's it going? This is BillyEatWorld, and today we're going to put the SAR-21 head-to-head with the QBZ-95-1. Now I know some of you guys are probably thinking, why even bother to make a video about these two guns? And you know what? Until the other day I probably would have asked myself the same question. I've never been a big fan of either of these weapons, but it's actually surprising how many people have left me comments letting me know how much they like these guns. I thought at the very least I should give them both a decent go, so to all of you guys who wanted me to take a look at them, well, here you go. Now to begin with, both of these weapons are the slowest firing weapons in the assault rifle class, with the SAR-21 clocking in at 600 RPM and the QBZ firing slightly faster at 650 RPM. Neither of these weapons have a special damage model like the SCAR-H and deal the standard AR damage model of 25 damage out to 8 meters, which drops off to 18 at 55 meters. This means that both weapons take a painfully long time to kill, and if you're used to faster firing weapons like the AEK, these guns are going to frustrate the hell out of you. Now, no weapon is entirely terrible, and in the case of both of these weapons, their slow rate of fire is balanced by minimal recoil. In fact, they're some of the easiest guns to handle in the game, and this makes them an ideal choice for new players or for larger long-range maps. Now, I should mention that the SAR-21 has a slightly better recoil pattern than the QBZ, but we're talking about such low numbers here that I doubt that most players will feel a huge difference between the two. In terms of recoil alone, I guess you could say that the SAR-21 wins this category, but it doesn't win it by a whole lot, and if recoil is a factor in what guns you like to play with, I'd say that you'd like the QBZ just as much. Now clearly a low recoil means that these weapons are better suited for mid to long range, so standing ADS is going to be a much more important stat for these weapons than it would be for something like an AEK. This is where the SAR-21 edges ahead of the QBZ, because despite the fact that both weapons are bullpup designs, the SAR-21 has the accuracy model of a conventional design. Now by the same token, this also means that the QBZ is slightly more accurate on the move and when firing from the hip, and this along with a higher RPM will give the QBZ a benefit in close quarters. At the end of the day though, close quarters is not where you want to be with either of these weapons, so this benefit is only really minimal at best, and honestly I think the SAR-21 edges ahead in terms of effective accuracy. Another slight benefit the SAR-21 has over the QBZ is a slightly higher muzzle velocity of 650 meters per second compared to the QBZ, which clocks in at 630 meters per second. This kind of difference isn't really noticeable though on anything but bolt actions, and even then 20 meters per second isn't going to matter a whole lot. Apart from standing ADS, the real difference between these two weapons is in reload speed, with the SAR-21 coming out well ahead in this respect. The SAR-21 takes only 2.3 seconds to reload with a bullet in the chamber, whereas the QBZ takes a painful 3 seconds. When your magazine is empty though, the difference is a lot less, with the SAR-21 reloading 3.4 seconds and the QBZ reloading in 3.5. Now because these weapons fire so slowly, it's pretty easy to hit that tactical reload all of the time, so in game you're probably going to see a considerable benefit to the reload speed of the SAR-21. That being said though, the SAR-21 still doesn't reload particularly fast when you compare it to something like the M16A4, so you will have to be prepared to get caught on the reload from time to time. So the question is, if both of these weapons are so similar, which is the most effective and are they worth using at all? Well, I hate to say it, but I gave both of these guns a really good run and I honestly couldn't see any advantage to using either of them. You guys know that I keep an open mind to pretty much every weapon, and in the past I've even enjoyed guns like the SAR-338, which pretty much no one else likes. The SAR-21 and the QBZ though are just in another league entirely. The only purpose I think these weapons serve is to help out new players who can't control recoil. In close quarters they're just terrible, and at longer ranges you're still going to be easy prey for snipers and DMR guys. As for which of the two is better though, well I'd have to say I probably preferred the SAR-21 because it felt more accurate than the QBZ, especially with a heavy barrel and stubby grip. Some people really like bullpup characteristics, but I think the better you get as a player, the more you realise how important reload speed is, and for me this almost always outweighs a bullpup's mobility. Now just remember that this is only my opinion though, so if you've had a different experience with either of these weapons, then feel free to let me know in the comment section below. I truly believe that there isn't a right or a wrong answer when it comes to most weapons in BF4, because everyone has a different playstyle and different reasons for liking different weapons. At the end of the day, if a gun works for you, then who am I to tell you otherwise? But for anyone who hasn't tried these guns yet, well, now hopefully you have a better idea of how they work. But anyway, that just about wraps up this weapon comparison, so let me know what you guys think of these two guns in the comment section below. And as always, if you like what you see, please remember to like, comment and subscribe, and if you haven't already, please check out all my other Battlefield 4 videos. I've got them all linked in a playlist in the description below. But until next time, see you later, and have a good one.